chains. The answer's always very clear. When the guilty is to blame, I'm moving mountains, oh can't you see? I won't stop till you surrender. I won't stop until I'm free. The past, it will find you. Unveil your face of shame, haunting and reminding that the truth remains. Watch it all fall down around you now. Was it ever really worth it? Having your kingdom crumble to the ground because you never had the courage to stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up, stand up. I am the warrior, I am the change. I've been hiding in the shadows, waiting for your judgment day. Rest assured, you're to blame. You can't walk through the lake of fire without feeling the heat of the flame. In a picture perfect world full of masquerades, disguising and hiding, but the truth remains. Watch it all fall down
Mr. Penguin, can you hear me, my good sir?
I can hear you, Extremes. Hello.
How are you, man?
I'm very well, thanks. How are you?
Fantastic. A little tired, but fantastic nonetheless. And appreciate everybody being here. Really appreciate you guys showing up. This is, of course, ESEA South Africa. And we'll be bringing you this match between Goliath Gaming and OnlineKingd0m, which I think is the 5th and the 6th place team on the log at the moment. So should be a really interesting one.
Yeah, considering that just yesterday, OnlineKingd0m took Goliath to a all three map 2-1, and I think it was a third map 3 times overtime.
Yeah, triple OT. Yes, indeed. So
it's a pretty hectic game for Goliath, considering that they have been put on the board just like pretty roughly by OnlineKingd0m, so it's going to be pretty exciting to see exactly what they're going to do, considering the close games that we've just had not so long ago.
Absolutely. As a caster, you always wonder, do you really want OT or don't you want OT? And it always depends on how good is the game, because sometimes if you're casting a real stinker and it goes to triple OT and it's 2 o'clock in the morning, you wish you were dead.
Does this bring you some flashbacks of
PTSD.
South Africa?
Yeah, PTSD. Barry and I had a few real classic stinkers, shall I say, at one point there, but we won't have that yet. These are 2 pretty good teams. OnlineKingd0m recently qualified for VS Masters as well, so they definitely want to prove that they deserve to be there. And so far in ESEA, they're definitely showing that with the showing that they put on. They pushed Energy really hard last week as well on, I think it was on Thursday, and then of course 2-1 loss to Goliath Gaming yesterday in VS, but then the triple OT, I think it was 25-22 is the final score on this very map.
Yeah, I mean, considering that Goliath Gaming is probably arguably one of the top 3 teams at the moment in South Africa, it's a pretty good showing by them, considering that the other 2 in that top 3 are people like Big 5 as well as Energy Esports. So, they've got a lot to prove here. But considering the recent performance, I'm pretty sure that they are fully capable of doing such as well.
Absolutely, and I'd like to bestow upon you the honor of being the 9th person that I've casted with in the last year. The 9th. Well, you missed out on being the 10th. Why are you so bad, Penguin?
I don't know. I always tend to be bad. My parents told me the exact same thing as well as my teachers. I think it's just something that follows me around. But I strive to one day being able to be not bad at something.
I'm sorry, man. Just giving you a hard time. Of course, I am the village bicycle of South African casting, so I'm hope that you enjoy being aboard this particular bicycle.
I will gladly enjoy riding you, I guess.
Well, that was fun.
That's a fun one. Call it a cast, guys.
So, of course, Penguin and I also work together on the NAG podcast, and the last episode of the NAG podcast in its current form is actually this particular Friday. So, look out for that one, guys. We'll be moving over to a new publication pretty soon, and it's going to be pretty exciting. So, look out for that information. What we're looking out for at the moment is players to join. We had 9 players, and that's usually a signal that it's going to start soon, but now we have 8 players, so maybe it won't start soon. We'll continue talking relatively irrelevant things for a little bit. If it takes really long, we may go back to a musical interlude where I'll play real Nickelback for you, Stain.
Yeah, I saw somebody was commenting about Nickelback. It's like, wow, I didn't know you listen to Nickelback. I'm like, I had the stream on as well, so I could hear the music, and I was like, that's definitely not Nickelback.
It's way too heavy for Nickelback, I think, but anyway, it's in a playlist, so I haven't actually listened to everything in the playlist, so some things turned out to be heavier than I expected. I try to, everybody in South African esports is used to Monster Cat EDM, so I don't want to offend anyone. Actually, I do.
Or what is the other rock of favorite for South African esports? Is a Light Shine Down or something as well, which people thoroughly enjoy as well.
I think the music that's used on esports these days is like, okay, well, what can we pick that sort of sounds vaguely like a dying robot and won't offend anybody?
Well, I mean, there was which event was it? But not. It was one of the. I think it was Katowice 2016 or something where they got. Who was it? It wasn't Deadmau5. Who's that other clown that's also pretty big in terms of the EDM scene? But they had him playing there, and the whole crowd was just like, "This is not the kind of music that you should be playing."
Was it Hardwell? It was Hardwell, wasn't
yes,
it?
It was Hardwell. Yes. and just like there were like maybe a handful of people that are actually enjoying themselves and dancing and feeling the music, and then the other half of the crowd, well, the rest of the crowd at least, was just like, we're not nearly drunk enough or on enough drugs to be dealing with this right now.
I don't think they're allowed to have any drinks there inside the stadium as well, because it's like an all ages thing. But what I'm seeing here is no Hack'em, and I recall casting a lot of Flipside in the past and Goliath Gaming in the past, and it always seemed like Hack'em's internet was he was sort of connected with a tin can and a string to the local exchange. There was always issues.
It does seem to be better than my internet at the moment, though, because I've got huge upload issues. So if he's got a tin can, it might be a little bit better than my rusted Q Beans can that I'm using.
Indeed. Well, looks like his ping is okay, so it's very possible he's identical ping to Massacre. Confirmed he lives at Massacre's house.
Yeah, must be. If not in the same bedroom, at least in the same earth.
Can't I imagine them with matching bunk beds? Wouldn't that be?
Goliath Gaming bunk beds? Do you think that's a thing?
It should be. I mean, they got the snapbacks, they got the hoodies, they got everything, man.
I'm just saying that if they actually have like bedding that's designed for Goliath Gaming, I wouldn't mind getting myself like a nice king size duvet with Goliath Gaming logos and everything.
Wow. Okay. Goliath teddies to go with that. Looks like we're about to start. We got 10 players on the service. I imagine we're about to get underway. Maybe we should talk about the game again.
We could. We
could.
could talk about that Goliath Gaming teddy bear that is potentially on the cards.
So let's talk about who the players to watch here. And on OnlineKingd0m side, I gather you've got some information.
Yeah, so I spoke to Saul, one of the subs for OnlineKingd0m, and pretty much for this game, we're going to have, what is his name? Adaro, who's the, or Cranky, sorry, is the IGL for this team. And Adaro is one of those absolute cocky oaks who can absolutely go off, along with Gully. So if these two pop off, I mean, Goliath Gaming could actually have their hands full. And considering the previous results, it's very possible.
Yeah, I guess there's one of two things that could happen. Yeah, either we're going to get sort of a repeat of last night because they haven't had much time to change anything, or if the teams have had a little bit of time to make some adjustments based on the game yesterday, we could actually see it go slightly more one-sided, one side or the other. But really, a bit of a coin toss. If you consider the scoreline was 25-22 on this very map in VS Gaming yesterday, so by all accounts, it should be close. We just don't know.
It should be a lot closer, I think, maybe from last night. But I'm also kind of hoping that we don't go to a triple or a quadruple overtime. Mainly because I don't know if I can continue talking CS for that long without needing some coffee in my system.
Yeah, it looks like we're ready to go. So again, thanks for joining us, guys. CS greetings to all of you. This is OnlineKingd0m versus Goliath Gaming is ESEA South Africa Open. And we're about to get started on the knife round here. This is... well, the 5th place team against the 6th place team. 5th being Goliath Gaming. So let's see who gets CT side. That's the side you want to be on this particular map.
Yeah, a lot of them have also got very pretty knives as well. As Goliath seems to be rushing down, and there we go. We're going to see the first death here in the form of Alpha, and it definitely looks like Goliath are going to be taking this knife round. And they're most likely going to be choosing the CT side, as you mentioned, a very CT-sided map. In this case, and there we go. You do see them actually taking the CT side.
I'm just wondering why people aren't watching PUBG tonight.
Sports really.
Celeb Max is there, man. Like, he's the only celebrity friend we both have. I don't know why they're watching us.
Yeah, I did get a chance to hug him at a rage.
Oh, you did? Did you capture any of his magical essence?
Yeah, that's why I haven't washed my Virtus Pro jacket since then.
Okay. I thought it was because you hugged me, but anyway, we're into pistol round, Goliath Gaming versus OnlineKingd0m, and so far, nobody getting shot yet, but it's going to be quick out into that A yard.
Yeah, we're going to see a bit of a rush here out here by OnlineKingd0m, and it's just complete slaughter here by Hack'em as Cranky also finally gets trades up and getting the kill on Hack'em as the Gully comes around the green trade. He's able to find one, but unfortunately he's a few pot shot. He does find the head of Massacre as well, and it's all of a sudden a 2v2 here as I say that Nyafan just takes down Cranky, and it's a 2v1 here, and it's all on to Gully. Very possible still for him as Nyafan does actually spot him here.
Yeah, Gully needs to be careful, of course. He's taking some pretty long-range duels here with a weapon that's not ideally suited. The Glock is better than it used to be, though. So, oh, and he finds the first one.
That's exactly what he was wanting. He wanted to find the 1v1, and he does find the head of Nyefan. He's still got plenty of time here. Oh, and he does actually balls as well.
His goals timed out, I think he did. He wasn't moving.
Yeah, he was timed out completely there? Possibly was, but...
His view model is like
yeah.
pointing sideways as well. Look at this. Neff's view model is sideways too. How weird is this? If anybody could tell me how to fix that, I'd love to know that. So
oh, wow.
That
I see what you mean.
is a really, really strange thing. Is it happening for you as well?
Yeah, I'm just jumping to the two guys now, and Goals is completely sideways as well as Nyefan.
How strange. Okay, well, I guess we'll figure this out as we go along. I really hope it doesn't stay sideways. That is the strangest thing I've seen.
I think they've incorporated some PUBG mechanics in here, trying to peek around corners.
I've actually seen it once before. It happened on a StarLadder broadcast last year, if I recall correctly. Okay, there we go. So they're both on the same connection, clearly. They're both timed out. But yeah, in this situation, what's going to happen according to the rules is if damage is exchanged, then and there's more than, well, shall I say less than a minute left in the round, then the round actually counts, even if somebody times out. So while in that situation, you look at it and go, okay, well, it wasn't fair. You know, Goals was in that situation. They should replay it because players had already exchanged damage. There were deaths and there was less than a minute left. That means that they're not going to replay the round. And of course they can't because in Open, I don't think there's an admin on call like with ESL Africa, but the rule set is exactly the same.
Yeah, it's a little unfortunate, but at the end of the day, those are the rules, and you have to kind of abide by those rules. A little bit disappointing, but hopefully Goals is able to sort out his connection. Hopefully it comes back into the game without a peaking character model.
So for Gally there, 4 kills nonetheless. I mean, in that situation, you'd still have thought it was very winnable for him. So I don't think it's too much of a catastrophe for GG that it went that way. I mean, Goals would have fancied his chances, but at the same time, Gully was looking pretty good. And this player's been around for a while. I recall him playing for, I think it was Berserk Gaming a little while ago as well.
Really?
Used to see him around on the servers. So
you see a lot of people on a lot of servers all the time.
Did I play CS, man? I'm like one of the few commentators that actually plays Counter-Strike.
Shots fired at the guys that don't.
I kid, or am I? I don't know. I'm not sure.
You've been known to throw casual shade every now and again, so I wouldn't be too surprised if you are throwing casual shade.
Wow. Okay. Well, you need a bit of shade there in the Eastern Cape, man. I hear it's pretty hot. So.
Yeah, man. I've got a fan on, and I hope it's actually not coming through the mic or anything at the moment because it is pretty warm here.
Yeah, it's not being heard by me at least. Viewers, let us know if there's any audio issues or anything. We'll be happy to fix it. In the meantime, looks like Neff's back. Another guy to maybe point out here on OK is Orator. A very young player. I recall seeing him at the Rush ESWC qualifier last year, playing, I think it was for Southern 5 at the time. He looked really impressive. I think at the time he was 15 as well. I mean, he really looked very young, but he played superbly on the server. And I think having a player that young already competing at this level is a really good thing.
Yeah, I mean, that's something that South Africa seems to be getting a little bit more and more now at the moment is a lot of these youngsters are coming through and making their way through into the scene. And not just, we're talking about, say, first or second division level. We're talking about, ESEA Open competing with the best, masters level. So we've got a lot of, youngsters coming through, as you mentioned, like with Gully. Obviously, one of the bigger talks is Sonic. So we've got a lot of youngsters coming through, and hopefully they can carry and make the South African CS scene even stronger.
Absolutely. So it looks like we're ready to go again. Round 2. Let's hope we don't have breaks like this in between every round. Force buy here for Goliath Gaming. They're fully investing aside from Hack'em. So OnlineKingd0m need to deal with that. And of course, in the way the game goes currently, you can get very easily knocked over against the force buy.
Yeah, I mean, these pistols can do absolutely so much damage.
Was it Ventus? Sorry, Shizzy. Thanks for letting me know there.
So Nyefan, I mean, he's also on the Deagle here. Somebody, I saw him a little bit in the warm-up, a person that can definitely handle this Deagle very well. And just got to find the heads, as we might just see an engagement here with Alpha on Goals, and he does find the head. So there's a casual $600 with the Mac 10, and all of a sudden a body advantage here to OnlineKingd0m.
Yeah, pretty slowly from both teams. Nobody really doing anything too aggressive aside from that early push. So still fairly even. You'd think it's gonna favor the T's nonetheless because they do have the numerical advantage here, and it does help them. It's only going to be a
Yeah.
2v2 on the bomb site, and there's the smoke coming in as well. The long-range shot going to come in from Gully, puts Neff neatly to bed. But the boost,
Oh, Hakim just finding the amazing shot there, and he's not going to be taken down as Massacre takes down Alpha as well as Otter is in this pop dog area. He does actually find a kill on Deviant. It's a 3v2. The bomb at least finally goes down, but Adaru is there to cover the bomb, hovering around this E-box area as Massacre, the sole survivor here for Goliath Gaming, and he should just be taken down disgustingly by Adaru. And 2-0 to OnlineKingd0m, a pretty good start, and some money at least in the bank from those SMGs.
yeah, I do feel for OnlineKingd0m they maybe failed a little bit there as they were planting. They didn't cover the planter adequately, and that could have spiraled for them really easily there. The skill on Goliath Gaming being considerable, of course. So I'm glad for them that they managed to pull the round out, but they need to tighten that up going forward.
Yeah, definitely. So otherwise, Goliath Gaming, the team that they are going to punish them, as there's a lot of bodies going along to this A site. As Gully's just going to pick up Deviant along Ivy, just going to continue flanking through. As Cranky's going to find a couple, and the rest of the OnlineKingd0m guys are going to find some, and Gully's going to find another one to add to his tally, and it's a 1v5 here for goals. I don't think he's going to be able to. I think he's just going to try and do some damage, but on 25 health, ooh, I was just about to say he's not going to be able to do it, but taking Adaru down to 5, looking pretty strong here as OnlineKingd0m move 3-0 up here.
I think it's Adaro, actually. I think he added the
Adaro.
extra O, because I'm pretty sure his name only had one O in the past. Somebody can let me know, of course, in the chat if we're wrong on that, but I'm pretty sure it's Adaro.
Yeah, please don't be shy to call us out if we're wrong. I mean,
Yeah.
we can take criticism.
Call us out if we're wrong. We'll just call you out on stream and make you embarrassed and stuff. No, don't worry, I won't do that. Buy round
Yeah.
now, and no
Yeah.
AWP available for Goliath Gaming. Of course, they
Yeah, no AWP, yeah, but and also just sacrificing the head armor obviously against these AKs because it's a one-tap headshot already. As we're going to see a full execute here onto the A side, a little bit faster here by OnlineKingd0m as well. There's a couple of smokes already, these near well, the Molotovs are already holding off a lot of the areas here, but we're going to see Massacre at least pick up the head of Adaro.
think Cranky's got this, and he does get it. So bringing it into an even situation. Hack'em with the boost again, and they seem to be neglecting this boost a little bit too often. Hack'em going to get another.
Yeah, things are looking really good here for Goliath Gaming at the moment. A 2v3 here, as they pretty much know exactly what all these players are, and that definitely... Oh, there we go. Goals is going to be taking down Alpha there. Alpha possibly had an advantage if he wasn't spotted, hovering around that E-box area. Definitely had sight of bomb, but Goliath Gaming on their first buy round showing exactly what they're capable of, and going to be picking up their first round on the CT side, but money's not going to be too great for them going into this second round. I mean, as much as you've won a round, as the CT side, it's a lot more expensive for you.
Yeah, absolutely. If they kept 3 alive, it helps bolster the economy first up, but there with 2, it puts them in a precarious position. For OnlineKingd0m, they're able to buy, and they've still got 1 player there, Doro, and 5.5. So I think a little bit of packet loss potentially for Hack'em. I don't know if you noticed that in his movement there.
Yeah, it does seem a little bit janky, possibly a little bit of packet loss because his ping seems perfectly fine. But Adara, speaking about him again, he's got definitely enough money. He's been saving and playing his pension fund pretty well, as probably going to have to carry the players into the next round if they do lose this. But a pretty janky buy here for Goliath. Not as much utility as I think they would have liked. And also a Mag 7 buy here for Massacre. So going to be playing possibly the closer areas just to try and maximize the efficiency of that weapon. As Neofan picks up the head of Adaro there, looking really, really strong.
Hack'em with the weapon switch, they're just at the inopportune moment, but he still gets a kill nonetheless. Hack'em's so good with the first bullet aim, and it's a very tense situation. He's going to get another beautiful headshot. Now we're 2v4.
Yeah, all of a sudden things are looking pretty good here for Goliath Gaming. But as I say that, Orato picks up the head, or picks up the body of goals here, and Neofan also gets a spray through the smoke here, as Orato is left in a 1v3, and it's going to be found out there by Neofan, as Goliath Gaming pick up their second buy round and 2-3 all of a sudden, and seem to be clawing their way back into this match.
Yeah, it feels like it. There's still going to be somewhat of a buyer from OnlineKingd0m. I think for Orator, he was in a little bit of a difficult situation. He got 2 kills to bring it back to a 3v2, but because of how his teammate had pushed up, it kind of left his teammate, him unable to support his teammate in that situation. Maybe if they'd sort of stuck together, they would have been a little bit better in the afterplants. And here on the week 5, Goals going on the fishing expedition with the SMG.
Yeah, I mean, he can rack up quite a bit of cash with that SMG, and he's going to be running through the smoke, actually spamming, but he's going to run down into the safety.
A team kill.
Team kill, yeah, but that's not going to help OnlineKingd0m at all. His goals, he's just going even more hammy at the moment as Goliath Gaming pick up a third round there, 3 on the trot for them as they tie up the score here, and just OnlineKingd0m seem to just crumble there.
Yeah, they didn't have too much to work with though, so you can't really blame them for struggling when only 2 of their players had armor there. So not really a train smash for them. Again, we must mention they played to triple overtime on this map last night, so unless nobody's learned from that yesterday, it might end up being close again. So we'll have to see how it goes. The AWP out here and 2 SMGs still being held on to by Goliath Gaming. That could possibly bite them at some point.
Yeah, I mean, they're probably trying to just use it as a bonus round to gather a little bit of more money in the bank here, but they're not going to be as effective as things like the AKs or even the M4s, which they possibly had available to them, as Nyefan is probably just maybe spotted somebody there in the
That could
the
do some
main
big
area.
damage. It did. Orator down to 18 HP.
That is so much, and this flash is going to come through, and
Oh, the no-scope.
Adaro getting an absolute amazing no-scope here in this A main area and just trying to peek down, see if he can't spot anybody at all, just to try and add to this advantage. And as I say, that Cranky does actually find the body of Massacre, and he's going to be taking that scalp with him as it's a 5v3 all of a sudden in favor of OnlineKingd0m, and they're looking pretty strong here. The bomb still anywhere really near the sites, so, and still with enough time, we can still go A and B. But considering this advantage, I think they might just see an execute here on A.
Yeah, they just need to stick together at this stage. There's also 2 players with low HP. Alpha now selling the fake really effectively, you would think, if not for all the smokes flying in there. So that's going to help them out. And there's a kill for Gully as well. He should get the last one here too, and will duly do so. So very nice round there from OnlineKingd0m. And what I'm seeing so far with these 2 teams, if we look at the way they're playing, OnlineKingd0m seem to be very default in their approach to the game, quite passive. Goliath Gaming want to push the whole time for information, and the pushing is maybe why they played so closely yesterday, because OnlineKingd0m is pretty set up to deal with that.
Yeah, as we say, being set up for all of that, we're going to see the double AWP here for Goliath Gaming. We're going to have Massacre and Nyefan on the AWPs here. And going to see if it's going to add any sort of value here as the smoke and a little bit of execute, a bit of a push here on A as a Gully finds one. He does find the second here on Deviant. He's absolutely on form, completely destroying the side here of Goliath Game. He's going to see if he can spot another one. He has actually spotted Hack'em here on the bomb train, and he might be able to find him.
Oh, he gets him.
He does. Oh, that Molly hurting him a little bit, and he finally gets taken down by goals. Yeah, as Adara misses the shot there, but possibly just taken out as it's Massacre alone with the AWP. He's definitely not going to retake. He's probably going to just have to save that and let the rest of his team possibly buy around that AWP going into the next round. But OnlineKingd0m rushing onto this A site and just finding those 1v1s and just looking so strong at this point in time.
Yeah, the change of pace working nicely after they've been quite a lot slower in prior rounds. So, and unfortunately, when you're playing against a team that's rushing the sites quickly, if you're on the double AWP setup, if you miss your shots, it's pretty much over, because retake time isn't really possible with a double AWP unless you're really good. So for Goliath Gaming, going all in on the double AWP, spent a lot of money, spent all their money in fact, and that's going to allow OnlineKingd0m to put a little space between them, and unless they can use this AWP effectively. You know, the hero AWP sort of play.
The hero AWP, I mean, Massacre has actually got a little bit of utility. I think if Goliath want to actually win this, if they're going to be going for the full save, which it looks like they will, and their money kind of suggests as such as well, is that Massacre is going to have to pick up like 2, if not 3 really good kills to give Goliath Gaming that possible body advantage. But that's a real tall ask from him, considering how good OnlineKingd0m are looking at the moment.
I like his aggression here. It's just a little concerning to me that there isn't another player with him to potentially trade off it. So, I don't know. Let's hope it works out for him. Meanwhile, all the rest of the players out there in yard.
Yeah, Deviant actually finds the head of Gully in that A main area, so he's looking pretty strong as Nyefan. He's going to be pushing through the smoke a little. He does actually spot Adaro. Gets spams a little bit, but doesn't actually find it. Massacre has actually spotted Bravado there, and is going to be picking him up. So there's that first kill that we spoke about, and this is one way that Goliath can actually complete pure save round, is that they need to find these advantages, these 1v1s, and actually come out successful in them, which is a really tall ask, but still very possible considering the skill level of these Goliath Gaming players.
Yeah, you think it's very doable for them. OnlineKingd0m definitely in a tougher situation than they would have liked. considering the weaponry advantage. Yeah, Adara going to be playing the entry man with an AWP. That's not always the greatest idea. And there's the leg from Massacre, still alive. He should pick this kill up, and he does. And he's punished there by Adara and Cranky. Whoa, Cranky just doing amazing stuff, bringing it into a 2v2. Neff now needs to do something, and he gets the body shot to bring it back. 2v1, all on Cranky.
This is going to be all on Cranky here, as Nyefa knows exactly where he is as well. Cranky just trying to hunt around. He needs to find those 1v1s. He actually does find the first one of Hack'em, but he turned his back, and Nyefa is going to find the back of our Cranky, and that is going to be the round here for Goliath Gaming. You know, just played so well. Yeah, I mean...
Wow, that spray from Cranky, you saw, like, my words broke, man. I couldn't keep talking. It's just like, what? How did he even do that?
Gets the spray down, and all of a sudden, with just one bullet, just gets the body shot, and drops near, I think it was Deviant then at that stage?
Yeah, I don't even know who it was, man. That's like my brain short-circuited there. That shouldn't have happened, but it did. Brought it into a 1v1. I think for him, if he just managed to close the angle a little bit more against the left of that brown train, he might have been able to escape there and set himself up in the afterplant against Neff. But Neff doing some great work there. The double AWP now persisting. And again, must remind you about Goliath Gaming. It's a team that never used to have an AWPer at all at one point. So seeing them pull out the double AWP, kind of interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's as you mentioned, team that has been struggling a little bit, considering how strong they can actually be. And at the moment, they're looking like they're clawing a little bit back here as Hack'em picks up 2 kills, and Devon is going to be picking up the head of Alpha. And things are looking pretty strong here. Goals on really low HP, but he actually has spotted somebody, and he's going to go for the full spray down. As this is just basically going to try and get the bomb down here for OnlineKingd0m, as Goliath come out completely on top in this round. All five players still alive. Pretty much quite a bit of utility still available for some players, and they've got the double AWP going into the next round, and it's tied up at 5-5 for this first half.
Yeah, good work from them. OnlineKingd0m trying the fast play again. It was so successful for them a few rounds ago, but in this instance, shut down pretty quickly. And I think that's essential if you're Goliath Gaming. Keep 5 players alive, start to build your economy. And that being said, despite 5 players alive, they still don't really have that much in the bank. So OnlineKingd0m also going all in. Yeah, this is pretty much a force if you consider the CZ and the UMP. So they need to close the distance, probably do something really aggressive here. Take the fight to Goliath Gaming and maybe claw it back.
Yeah, that's easy. Is a pocket AK at the best of times, and Adaro picks up the head of Massacre. An amazing little peek there, and body advantage already to OnlineKingd0m. Things are looking pretty good already at the start here. Dropping an AWP as well, so really giving them a fighting chance into this round.
Yeah, close as you like. We mentioned the triple OT, and right now it's sitting at 5-all. So I guess maybe no time to do anything since then. They're going to trade off, you'd think, yeah. And they don't even have to trade. They get the kill, escape scot-free. So this is great for OnlineKingd0m.
Yeah, things are looking really, really good. Yes, Cranky's going to find the head of Hack'em as well. And this is fantastic. A 5v2 all of a sudden here to OnlineKingd0m. Is he going to be wrapping around onto the V side? And Gully going to find the goals there, trading off his teammate Cranky. As Adara is going to get this bomb down. And it's going to be a 1v4 here for Nyefa. Nyefan's good. He's a really strong player, but I don't know if he's going to be able to clutch a 1v4. I definitely think he wants to save this AWP, considering the economy, and take it into the next round.
Absolutely, that would be the smart decision, and of course an AWP, not the best instrument for what is pretty much surgery on the retake. You need something that's going to support your lifestyle, which is going to have to be fast, basically, to do a 4v1, and an AWP isn't really well suited to that.
Negev fast or P90 fast?
You move slowly with the Negev, man. What the hell?
I mean, you can pre-fire pretty well with it.
That's a laser beam these days, eh?
It really is. As OnlineKingd0m are going to be picking up their 6th round here, looking really, really strong. And the entries as well, they seem to just be overwhelming Goliath Gaming. As soon as they pick up that one pick on a site, they really start migrating to that area and start taking that site over as quick as possible, because they know there's going to be one less person on there. They can get over there, take control of the site, get into good afterplant positions, and possibly secure the round out a lot better as well.
Absolutely. And I just want to say, guys, this is a Hearthstone caster who's casting CS, and he's doing an amazing job. Please go give him a follow on Twitter, because he's a pretty good flightless bird, eh? We give him crap all the time, but, you know, we actually love him deep down.
You do?
No.
I was just going to say, don't lie to the people that are watching. But yeah, a card slinger that can talk about guns, it's pretty weird.
Yeah, not bad. And a much slower round coming out here. the whole default sort of approach again from OnlineKingd0m, and I think Goliath have been burnt enough that maybe they're not going to push. I'd really hope for their sake they don't, because it's been a little bit endemic for them giving up the entries.
Yeah, I mean, it's just pretty much a default hold here by both sides. We see Goliath Gaming with 2 on the A side, with Deviant just holding that Ivy area, just checking and making sure that nobody's going to be coming in. We've got Massacre who's holding that connector area, as well as goals on that B side, as we just see a little bit of utility being used here, just trying to deter these terrorists, as Alpha definitely not seeing anybody, and now it looks like we're going to have this execute onto the A site.
Only problem with this is that they've been so passive that they haven't really forced any rotation. So there's going to literally be 4 players here waiting for them. And there's Neff on a nice off angle. The nade should also do some damage as well. One would think, no, actually doesn't.
Yeah, the nade doesn't do much to any damage at all, really, as Orato is going to be going for that bomb plant in the smoke there. And Hacker is going to be trading out here by Hacker, as Nearfun finds the head of Alpha, and all of a sudden it's a 4v3 here, as Deviant is going to be pushing now into the site from the Ivy area. As, he's going to be able to spot the body here of Orato and is going to take him down, and it's a 2v3. But still very winnable for OnlineKingd0m here. The bomb is definitely planted for them, as GG really just have to push out and try and find this last player, as Deviant does exactly that. And this is going to be the 6th round here for Goliath Gaming, 6-all. And we're talking about it being very close. This is definitely that at this point in time.
Yeah, that is very much the case. And in that retake, Neff getting himself the 3 there, doing some really good work, and very aggressive AWPing, considering how close he was there to A main early up in the round as well. So good work from him. Fairly clinical retake coming in there. I felt maybe for OnlineKingd0m, Adoro, particularly on the low HP, needed his teammate to do a little bit more to maybe bring him into the game there from Popdog. But it was not to be. 6-all, still a buy on both sides. And money still pretty much under pressure for Goliath Gaming.
Yeah, we're going to see a full buy here by OK. Well, full as much as you can with a cranky on that pocket AK, the CZ75, which we'll still debate with you that it's a pretty well-balanced gun.
I'm just reading some of the chat, enjoying that.
no comment on the balancedness of the CZ?
No, I'm more comment on who gets paid and who doesn't. Yeah, but
some players get paid with love, others with money.
Indeed, and some get paid back with a headshot to the chin. Let's see who's going to get the entry here. Goals on a nice angle, yeah. Alpha going to be playing the entry man, potentially Deviant now, spotting out 3 players who putting some pressure on him. He gets dinked, but he gets the kill, and that's what they needed.
Yep, that's definitely what he needed. He is pretty low here, but he does actually get traded out. And Massacre goes for the spray down. Unfortunately, can't find the second one, as Gully does trade out, but on such low HP as well. I don't know if he should be taking this fight. He does definitely spot at least a player. But now, 1v3, very difficult to win considering his HP at this point in time, as Goliath Gaming also have this bomb.
Yeah, the 2 players going down ramp there, Alpha and another, I can't remember who it was. They needed something a little bit more, and I think the timing was a little bit off there. The wraparound from Ivy needed to come a little bit sooner before they pushed, and unfortunately, Goal shut them down. He was waiting for them. It didn't work out. For Gully, he could potentially save here, but again, you don't get the loss bonus then necessarily if he were to die after time. He looks like he's going to go for it nonetheless, and I think he should be safe, so at least maybe they have the potential of a hero AK in the next round.
Yeah, I mean, he is also going into a round with full utility. So, I mean, if he really wanted to, he could possibly drop it and pass it on to somebody else. But looks like we're going to see a little bit of a buy here. Just some upgraded pistols here for OnlineKingd0m. So things are, could still be in the field here for OnlineKingd0m. As I wonder if they're going to be going for the good old B rush.
Looks like it's maybe possible. Thanks to everybody who's joined us, of course, and to you, Tsunami, in chat. Good to see you, man. I think we played CS together about 3 weeks ago, so good to see everybody here. We got 44 people watching, so thanks for supporting South African CSGO. There's, of course, ESEA Open, South Africa, 5th placed, Goliath Gaming versus 6th place OnlineKingd0m, and, of course, again, to remind you, and this is the last time I'll remind you, they played to triple overtime yesterday, and Goals did some good work, gets himself 2. And then time's out.
Execute here by OnlineKingd0m, and that's pretty much going to shut things down. I don't know if OnlineKingd0m are really going to want to try and get onto that site again, But Goal's still on pretty good HP, as he's going to be pushing up at least a little bit onto this ladder, and he's going to be pushing the ups area, but he does get taken down by Cranky. That CZ doing pretty good there at close range, as Alpha is going to possibly jump into the site here with this Glock. Yep, he does drop into the site here, but Massacre is holding the anchor, and he's going to find the first player, as it is now literally just up to Orato in a 1v4. Don't think it's really possible. I mean, he needs some of the sickest headshots we have ever seen in CS, but after getting flashed like that, Massacre is just going to close out the round. And 8-6 now to Goliath Gaming. Things looking pretty good here for Goliath Gaming. They definitely want to win this last round to go into the T side with a 9-6 advantage.
Absolutely. I think I may have timed out slightly there in the last round early on. Please let me know, guys, if the video is buffering for you or anything, because I'm seeing some errors on my side. So not really something I can do anything about. Thank you, ISP, but it is possible it may happen.
Yeah, that you can feel how I've been dealing with some of the streams I've had recently with terrible uploads. It's not a great thing, but I'm hoping that it's just something that passes so that the viewers can experience the full CS glory that we have here at the moment with OnlineKingd0m with a full buy, as Massacre just pushes up to the pop dog area. He's just going to get to Daro there, as things are looking pretty good here for Goliath Gaming. Body advantage, and OnlineKingd0m still just hovering around. They don't even really have any sort of map control at this point.
Yeah, not too much. The aggression there from Massacre paying off nicely. It looks like an A execute again. Problem I'd say for them here is that they haven't caused rotation yet again. There's 4 players waiting for them, so I don't really fancy the chances. Yeah, and there's the spray through the smoke from Deviant doing a great job, and they need to get some kills to bring this back. Gully now, the hero of a few rounds ago. Can he do something amazing here?
Yeah, I don't know if he can, because he has been spotted, but I say that, and he gets the head of Massacre, as a Deviant is just going to try him. But Cranky with the wrap around there, and he has actually found the 2 there. That's fantastic work here by him, being able to bring it back, but unfortunately Hack'em, knowing exactly where he is just going to shut him down, and Goliath Gaming fill out the final round of the half. All of a sudden, 9-6.
Yeah, I think 9-6 is a pretty good recovery from Goliath Gaming, considering how much pain we're dishing out to them in the sort of early stages of that half. But for OnlineKingd0m, I think they maybe would feel that they left a few rounds on the table there. That being said, 6 is pretty good for Train, so not a train smash. They just need a good CT side now.
Yeah, you're going to be asking quite a bit, considering how both of these teams are playing at this point in time. But Gully really coming and showing up here at this point in time. He's definitely a player that needs to watch that we need to watch. And you know, if he pops off on this CT side, Goliath Game are going to have a really, really tough time.
Indeed. So if you guys are enjoying the stream so far, drop it a like, maybe subscribe to the channel so you can see some more South African CSGO, and of course in the coming weeks we'll be doing some more of the Bravado Adventure in America Project Destiny games and ESEA main at 4 o'clock in the morning and 2 o'clock in the morning, and all the other strange times that wreck my sleep pattern basically. But that will still be happening. Some ESEA main Europe tomorrow I think we'll be doing as well. There might be some VS gaming later in the week also. And of course the co-caster chair, an ever-revolving door.
A revolving door for people, if it's either Prophecy or it's Anthrax or it's G-Max. I don't know why you would have him here.
I think I'm going to get Tiny on next. I haven't casted with Tiny in about 6 months, so...
Tiny is also will be Mr. Number 10, so I think if you mention that to him, he'll be pretty excited.
Yeah, I think he'd be keen. We'll see. Maybe we'll get the biggest guns, the best gun, the most dominant guns in South African CS on the stream. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, looks like possibly just 1 or 2 players are just sorting out a few hicks, as we are still just waiting for the map to go fully live. It seems to be Hack'em again, maybe? Yeah,
maybe. Hack'em has had his fair share of issues connectivity-wise. I know he is... I think he stays with Golds these days, actually, is what I recall last hearing, but maybe that's changed. But looks like we're ready to go. So, OnlineKingd0m, Goliath Gaming, pistol round in the second half, yeah. And, well, pretty much even as Train could be, considering it is pretty CT slanted, shall I say. So OnlineKingd0m, if they pick up the pistol round, yeah, they can set themselves up for a really good half. And Goliath Gaming, on the other hand, they want to steal it away and start their innings, Mr. Cricket fan, on T-side.
Exactly that. As we're going to see 4 Kevlars, a diffuser kit and a smoke here on the side of Online Kingdom, as quite a bit of utility here for Massacre and goals with the 3 other players, Neff, Deviant and Hack'em, just with a normal Kevlar into this pistol round. As we see the first smoke here onto this.
He managed to block the smoke. That was clever. So there's going to be a gap there towards Ivy.
Yeah, and I don't know if GoliathKingd0m are going to know anything about this, as we're going to see the execute here, as Alpha is just playing this smoke really well, and he's going to find the first kill here onto goals. Things are looking really good here, as the bodies just keep on dropping here. It's now a 3v2 here, as the bomb is down on the A site, and Neffan does find the head of Orator in such a great position as well. Alpha is having a little bit of a fight here with Massacre. Massacre on 7 HP. Things are not looking that great for him, but if he is able to find him out, he does. He should have never found that kill, being on 7 HP, and he does get the body of Alpha, and it's all of a sudden a 1v2 Gully alone in this fight. He's going to have to find the 1v1s here, but Massacre being on such low HP, things are in his favor.
Neff with the sneaky position here as well. It depends on if Gully's going to expect this, and they don't seem to know where Gully might be as well. You can see Massacre going on the fishing expedition, looking to see if he can find him. Gully now with the audio cue, he should be able to take him here, you'd think. He's got sight of the bomb. Ooh, nearly fluffs it. Oh, and he gets a beautiful headshot. Gully with the heroics again.
Wow, what an absolute little one tap there with the USPS, just getting rid of the head there, as OnlineKingd0m maybe start this comeback, trying to tie it up the series again. 9-7 here in favor of Goliath Gaming Store, as we're going to see an SMG buy here for OnlineKingd0m, a MP9, MP7 for Moss, and 2 UMPs as well. Quite a bit of utility.
Shame, it's kind of hard to jump up that coil for the boys. I feel bad for them.
Oh, a couple upgraded pistols here as well for Goliath Gaming. Top Dog, very interesting name for an area.
Guys, chill it on the Mistem stuff. Let's all be friends here.
A little bit of shade throwing. Raider here hovering around this Ivy area. 2 players here, Neffan and Deviant here, definitely going to try and trade, as I think Neff has actually spotted out Raider there. Massacre dropping down into the area, and does find the head here of Alpha. Deviant is going to find a Raider as well with that P250, and things are looking pretty good here, and we say that, and Goals finds another kill, as it's now just left up to Horato, or Adaron and Gully here, as it's now a 2v5. I don't know if this is going to be able to retake. There has been a couple of guns being picked up, but as I say that, Adara does find the head of Neffan, as the bomb is down and ticking. There are kits available here for the CT side, so still very possible for them, as Gully does find Goals, and he's going to find another one of these kills. And as I say that, he does pick up the head of Deviant. All of a sudden, a 2v2, very possible here for Goliath Gaming, as Adara is going to take the high ground just to try and spot a couple of people, see exactly where they're hiding, as he does tag up Massacre quite heavily, and he's going to find the kill. He's going to be going for the long defuse, but this player not with the defuse kit, but it's not going to matter here, as Gully does take down Hack'em in the pop dog area, and he's going to sign, seal, and deliver this round here for OnlineKingd0m. 8-9.
Yeah, that got really close. Considering that was a 4v2 retake, I think they did some amazing work. They're backing each other. You saw the flash towards Ivy coming from connector there, so Gully could wrap around there. And overall, just really... Oh, sorry, it was the Doros wrapping around there. Flash thrown by Gully. But those 2 players looking really on form tonight.
Yeah, they really are on form at this point in time. Adara with 11 kills, and Gully with 23. So Gully really doing the heavy work. I wonder if his chiropractor is going to be charging him a little bit extra, as he's looking pretty strong here. Back must be a little bit sore, but Goliath here at the moment are hovering. We've got 2 players down by this Ivy area, but I don't know if they're going to be doing too much with that.
Got to say, the buy though for Goliath Gaming with the AKs objectively a little bit stronger. They don't have much utility to work with, so they're going to be reliant on the entries here. But OnlineKingd0m in a bit of danger, only keeping 2 players alive in that last round. And you'd almost feel like with Hack'em poking around here, he might find himself an alpha, and I think he will.
Ooh, he does actually get tagged up a little bit, but not too much, as Cranky is just being baited a little bit there in the pop dog area, and just trying to suss out exactly how many players are hovering around there. And as we say, that Massacre does find the head of Cranky, as we're going to see the execute now onto the A side. No, not at all. just a little bit of flashes, just to try and suss out, maybe just bait a little bit more utility here from the CT side. It's the one way that the CTs can actually prevent these Ts from getting to the sites. Those Molotovs, those smokes can really slow down
Unfortunately,
a T site.
One Molotov, one flash, one nade. They really don't have anything to work with here. So neither really do Goliath. It's really going to come down to the aim battles, and the weaponry is definitely better on Goliath. But there's a kill from Orator on the UMP. Meanwhile, the site take is coming in here, and that molly should do some big damage. It's going to get him a couple of kills.
Some huge damage there, but Coles is going to find up the kill here on Gully as Alpha is rotating around, and he does go for the spray and does actually find the head here of Deviant, as it's now a 3v2. Massacre and Goals alone here left, and he's going to find Goals. Massacre is going to find the trade up here as Alpha does spot him, and that is going to close out the round. OnlineKingd0m doing incredibly well there. Alpha nearly jumping to your death there, buddy.
Yeah, I would have laughed my ass off if he created there. That really would have been sad. We were playing CS with him last night, if you recall, for a couple of games. So, was it the night before? Was it Saturday? I can't remember now. I think it was Saturday actually.
I don't know. Did I play on Saturday?
Yeah, it was Saturday, man.
I'm very trash at this game, so.
Well, I will be sure to send him a Twitter DM telling him, giving him as much shit as possible if he created there. But for Goliath Gaming, he was certainly dishing out all sorts of things there, all sorts of dirty things on 21 HP, got himself 2 kills, and now it's 9-all.
Yeah, 9-all as Goliath are pretty much forced onto the upgraded pistol by a couple of armors as well for the players. As I said, that's Adaro gets a little bit of bucks here in the bank as a Hack'em falls down, trying to get another kill here. As a Deviant is also going to drop down, and he actually goes unspotted. Gets the kill on Cranky, and this is a lot of damage that Goliath have done just with those pistols. A lot more than what should have been done.
Possibly. It could have gone a little bit differently. It almost felt like they were feeding the guys there and drop a little bit, but they got 2 weapons recovered. Yeah, they could do some damage, and it's going to be on Mr. Hero player Gully, who's been doing so well, potentially to stop them over towards B. They do have plenty of utility to use, though, does OnlineKingd0m on the retake, should it be necessary. Though you got to be a bit worried when one of the T's has got himself a Molotov, because it's quite easy to deny the default position in terms of a defuse with a Molotov. So, and no smokes left here for the CTs either.
None at all, as Deviant is hovering up here in the uppers area, at least with this bomb. Probably just waiting for Goals to get here into position, and he's probably going to go down the ramp area with Deviant coming from the other top. With that UMP and the Deagle, probably just going to be using the Deagle for those long range battles as they're slowly pushing here onto the site. Is Deviant spot out? Player hovering down here below. He does actually get to spot him, but Gully is going to be trading out to Deviant and going to absolutely wreck Goals as well, as it's now a 10-9 in favor of OnlineKingd0m, finally coming back into the lead here.
Yeah, very nice work out of Gully, continuing to impress. He's scoring well for his team here on 26 and 11. Orator, on the other hand, 4 and 13, not looking so good. I'm not sure that's correct, though. I think it may have reset at half time.
Yeah, but resets his stats completely? I don't know. His death seems about right, but...
yeah, death seem about right. So it feels like he's contributed a little bit more to the game than 4 kills. But the flick from Alpha.
To find the body of Nearfun there, hovering around that Ivy area, just on the top of the scope. Absolute beautiful flick up, and this is exactly what OnlineKingd0m would have liked. A beautiful start here, getting a body already, which means the advantage, they can basically just trade out from this point onwards, and they're going to continue to be in a good spot as just some more utility used down that Ivy area just to slow down Goliath Gaming, just deter them from any sort of push. And even more utility, quite a bit of utility used down this Ivy area.
Yeah, for OnlineKingd0m, they can just, as you said, afford to sit back and wait for Goliath to come towards them. And Goliath definitely got the equipment to work with should they need to get themselves onto a site. I like this little boost here. It could potentially get a kill. And Orator with the shoulder peaks, that was dangerous. And Hack'em's going to punish him, bringing it back to a 4v4.
Yeah, Hack'em just waiting patiently, not getting baited at all by the shoulder peaks of Orato, as picks up the kill there eventually, and just brings back the body count to a 4v4. as even more utility used down this IV area. And the T's are kind of winning that battle a little bit. A lot of utility has been used, and there's no real Molotovs or smokes here anymore for the side of OnlineKingdom. As the bomb, I mean, there's 17 seconds left. They're going to need to act soon here, as Alpha does find the body of Deviant. As Goliath Gaming are going to have to push onto the side and basically just get the bomb down quickly onto this A site. And as we say, that Gully does pick up a kill as well. And he does drop the bomb as well. So this is the round as well for OnlineKingdom. There's nothing else they can do. They're going to wait for the timer to tick before Alpha does find the body of Massacre. Massacre going to be getting no money at all, being killed after the timer, and going into this next round with a measly 300 wage.
Yeah, Goliath Gaming are really cutting it fine there, and for them, it's sort of slipping away a little bit now. They got no money left. We saw them do good work earlier on the force buy, not even a full force here, and you'd almost think it should be pretty much business as usual for OnlineKingdom to rebuff their advances. Yeah, fast B play.
Yeah, we're going to see a fast B play. There's a couple of flashes here. As Alpha does actually go there with the peak with the AWP, and he's going to throw the Molotov just to slow down, but they're actually going to be running right through it as well. And there we go. We're going to see the first kill here by Gully. Doesn't actually spot Hackham up top as well, but he does eventually get the kill there, and it's now a 5v3. Deviant has been able to push inside and gets an amazing little one-tap there onto the to Gully. And this should just be signed, sealed, and delivered here for OnlineKingdom.
Still pretty sketchy though. If Massacre can maybe find himself a good position. He's on top of the train here, but he's going to get taken down. I don't understand how Alpha on 11 HP has managed to live through this. Neff will get the plant, most likely, but it's not going to be around. I can't see him winning this 1v3 with the P250 unless the CS gods and RNGs and everybody smiles upon him simultaneously.
That's not going to happen though, as Cranky is saying no RNG for you. Gaben will not be shining down onto you tonight. It will be us, as OnlineKingdom pick up another round. That is a 6 on the trot at the moment, so they're looking very, very strong here. 12-9.
Absolutely, and Gully just towering above all else. 30 kills, 13 deaths. The rest of his team, roughly half that, and you got Orator down at the bottom. And on the other side, fairly even as well, Hackham with the majority of the work then. For Neff as well, he's on 11 kills, but consider that he got a 4k and a 3k in the pistol round. So outside of the pistol rounds, been struggling a little bit. Yeah,
as Orator is still just hovering around this Ivy area, and he hasn't been as strong as it would look like. I mean, as you mentioned, his stats just seem a little bit off, unless ESEA are doing weird things.
It's been known to happen, but I think it'll probably be good. Again, thank you guys for joining us. Subscribe to the channel, drop a like, drop us a gift on Take-A-Lot because we need your money. No, don't do that. But thanks for being here, guys. We appreciate it. And Cranky there exchanging a bit of gunfire. So far, been an exciting game, 12-9. Everybody would have expected Goliath to win this after beating them 2-1 yesterday. And let's be honest, Goliath are ooh, a bit of a traffic jam there. Goliath are the team who, people would be thinking would be up there with Big Five and Energy at the top of the leaderboards in South Africa at the moment, sitting in 5th and, taking a bit of pain against a team that I don't think anybody would have thought would be doing this well at this stage of the season.
Yeah. As you mentioned, that Hackham has been able to push up this Ivy area, but I think Orato is kind of aware of it, as he has been dropped back a little bit onto the site. And as we say that Arador is going to be finding goals there. I'm going to pronounce his name wrong the entire round, I feel. As I say that, Gully is going to find the head of Deviant and Cranky as well. So things are looking pretty good here. 1v5 here for Goliath Gaming. I don't think Nearfun is going to be able to bring this one back. And it's going to probably be the 7th round in a row here for OnlineKingdom.
Yeah, that was just chipping them away one by one as they were walking into the site, not trading. It almost feels like Goliath Gaming are now in the situation that they're pretty broken because they've got the AWP, but I know it worked out really well for them previously when they managed to save the AWP on Massacre. They actually won that round, but you can't really count on lightning striking twice, and I'm just a bit worried here for Goliath Gaming.
Yeah, as we do see a pause come out, do you feel that this is a tactical pause? There's no timer, so it definitely seems like there's a technical issue at this point in time.
Yeah, don't say bad things about other people's stream, Ash. I appreciate the kind words, but let's be nice. Except to Penguin. Don't be nice to Penguin. He's a C nut.
Oh.
I can't say the other word, so I'll call you a C nut.
That's the nicest way I've been called that.
No, he's
Which I
really
have
not.
been.
He's a good guy. We just give him shit the whole time. It's fantastic.
Yeah, and if you follow me on Twitter at the PenguinZA, you can also it there, I guess.
Yeah, so it looks like the Goliath Gaming are going to have a full buy around the AWP, of course. Will Lightning strike twice again, though? Will the AWP be the thing that gets them the round? I almost thought maybe they might look to save just for some utility there based on the money that they had, but of course, the situation in the game. I read it incorrectly because I was too busy attempting to insult Penguin. It's easier than it sounds, guys, and it's also harder than it sounds. So I think for Goliath Gaming, yeah, the match pause, it's going to be just a re-evaluating where are we going wrong? Why are we struggling against these guys? Again, they played this map last night, so they have a lot of information on each other because it did go to, I think it was, 54 rounds or something like that. So
Yeah, triple overtime. So, I mean, it was 40-odd rounds, was it not? It was like 24, 22 or something like that?
yeah, 25, 22. I said I wouldn't mention it again. You just made me mention it again.
Or, just saying I'm quite manipulative.
So in we go, 13-9 ESEA South Africa, ready to go. Had a lot of delays in this game already. I kind of expected to be tucked in bed already, being the old man that I am, but nope. Massacre manages to get himself in Olaf here. He is going to be greeted by a molly though, but untouched somehow by it.
Oh, County's lucky stars there, but really getting onto that A site incredibly quickly, and as you mentioned, into that Olaf area.
Ooh, Adora's going to catch him.
Oh, Adora just going to pick up the body of Deviant as that push kind of just stopped out there as Auto directly decided to just go to Alpha as Orato is going to find the body of Massacre there, and things are looking pretty good here for OnlineKingd0m. It's now a 1v2, but don't count Nefa out of that AWP. Never mind.
Count him out. Just put him down there. The headshots so crispy, so nice for Adora. He's feeling it. Gully's feeling it. And I'm feeling like an OnlineKingd0m victory is potentially imminent. Yeah, this would be quite the upset, guys.
Yeah, Goliath Gaming, absolutely nothing here. It looks like just a CZ here, as some of these players just bouncing around into this side. It looks like they are going to be upgrading pistols. Just a little bit of miscommunication. But what that does mean is that it does allow these CTs to get into some really strong positions from the get-go, and able just to maintain a little bit of map control.
Yeah, it is a BO1 as well, guys. So ESEA always best of ones. Who can be the best ones? Well, actually, there's probably, I think, 31 teams in the league at the moment, so you get a lot of opportunities at potentially making it. Cranky, that buy is a little bit odd with the org. I like it.
Yeah, Alpha just spamming into the A main area with the this AWP, and he's also got a very pretty knife. I wouldn't mind that knife, and as I say that, Nefen does find the head of Gully, who has really been a star player, but Alpha really just stepping up here with that AWP, and is going to find goals as well. As Massacre is definitely spotting him out, but Hack'em is going to be able to get this bomb down at least, and there is a bomb plant here for Goliath Gaming, which is really important for them. They're really going to want to try and use that as another player, and as I said, that Arata does pick up the head of Hack'em, and all of a sudden things are looking a little bit sketchier for Goliath Gaming. They do have the bomb planted for them, and they are hovering up a little bit up high, so I mean these players do have to push up on the ladder, and as I said, that Massacre does take down Arado.
Oh, this is so sketchy right now, and Massacre doing some amazing work. He's going to get another, and he should round this out. Massacre on no HP, Orator. Oh, he gets him with one bullet. How? How? This is just crazy, crazy stuff. I'm going to lose my voice, Penguin.
I don't even know what to say. Like, Orato was just looking up there, was able to spot the 2 pixels of the head of the Goliath Gaming, and just with a single bullet seals it out. OnlineKingd0m 15-9, and Goliath Gaming have got a long uphill climb to actually bring this one back, as OnlineKingd0m have got 6. Is it 6? Yeah, 6 match points available to them before this goes through to all the overtimes in the world.
Unbelievable there. Massacre on 1 HP, but it looked like he had the angle. Orator with 1 bullet versus 1 HP lands the headshot. Got the buy for both sides, and it's going to be fast for Massacre. He does some amazing work, opens up the site. And oh, the shot down range from Neff. How did he see him?
I don't know how he saw him there. Definitely, the smoke seemed a little bit be up, but it might have just dropped off. These players are so much better than what me and you are at times. As I say that, even just spams randomly through the smoke, picks up the body of Adderall as Massacre is going to close this one out. Massacre doing some big work there, getting up a 3k with that 8k, pushing through Pop Dog incredibly quickly and finding 2 early kills. Really was one of the reasons why Goliath Gaming were able to seal out that round as well as they did.
Well, 2 questions, yeah. When will I get over the PTSD from the round prior to that one? And second, if that's what Goliath Gaming can do, why haven't they done it sooner? They really put themselves in a tough situation. They're playing for overtime at this point, and yeah, it's hard to see somehow that they'd be able to do this. I hope for their sake that they will, but leaving it really late.
As long as it doesn't go to some silly things like quadruple overtimes, we are all good for it. But as we said, that Goliath Gaming really starting to apply a lot of pressure here towards the B area. All the players just hovering up that area. As it looks like Adoro is pushing a little bit up into the A main area. This might be this is going to give a lot of information here to OnlineKingdom. Definitely telling the players that, listen, there's nobody around here in the A main area. And possibly could cheat somebody over, but at the moment still Gully just alone on that B site. Like, I feel at this stage OnlineKingdom can definitely rotate another player over.
Yeah, they should. I don't know why they're not. It's well spotted that you saw that, but why haven't they rotated? And they're leaving Gully in an almost unwinnable situation here, and he's going to go down. At this stage, if they don't get some early kills, it's probably worth hanging on to the guns.
Yeah, and it definitely looks like that. I don't think they should even continue going for this, as Deviant is going to find the head of Alpha. And they really should have rotated a little bit earlier. And as I say, that Deviant just picking up more heads here. And Massacre also just taking a few more scalps, a few more trophies for his wall. As OnlineKingdom are really starting to throw this round away here. They should have definitely run away, I feel, with the at least the 3 players alive. But definitely after... who was it? It was Adoro who had actually pushed up through A main. Should have noticed and spotted that, listen, there's nobody else there. They should have at least rotated another player through the connector onto that B side just to assist Gully there. And as I say, that Adoro picks up the head of Nefan, and he's just doing more and more damage to this Goliath Gaming site.
Yeah, Adoro definitely looking dialed in today, but gotta question the calls there for OnlineKingdom. Why, when you got all that information, didn't they rotate? And once they'd lost the bomb site, B bomb site is tough to retake unless you have a flank. They had Adoro on the flank, but it was too late. They'd already died. They needed a bug out after they'd lost the second player. I mean, even at the first player, probably, considering their money, I mean, look at them now. They've got nothing. They probably needed to leave it.
Yeah, I feel that running away with at least the 3 players means they could have actually done at least something more with the buy here. They could have forced around the couple of weapons and really given them a chance. And as we said, we do see the push up Ivy as Cranky does find Nefan, but this is just really going to be a slaughter here, as Hackam is just going to help close out Cranky, and Massacre is going to find Gully, the last player alive, as it's going to be the 12th round here for Goliath Gaming. 15-12 still in favor of OnlineKingdom. But they definitely have the money to go into a buy here. But they really should not give Goliath Gaming these chances to get back into this game.
Yeah, well, looking at the situation at the moment, it's a question, do you buy, don't you buy? Of course, if they buy and somebody has an AWP, it's going to be a glass cannon, which is perhaps not ideal. So for them, probably discussing it at this point, trying to decide what's a good idea. Are we going to go 5 rifles and potentially slightly low utility, or do we wait another round? Because of course, if they go now, they might still potentially have another chance if they lose the round, but they're not going to have everything that they would possibly want. You know, they're going to want for something, probably a molly, and there's our answer. Adoro is going to be investing.
Adoro is just going to pick up this AWP, going with the glass cannon, as you were mentioning. Not armor, he doesn't have anything, not even a decoy grenade to try and help him at all here. As we do see the force up here.
You're getting called out on mispronouncing names, bro.
I knew this was going to happen.
Adoro, and it's Orator. I'm going to slap you if you get it wrong again.
Don't slap me. Adoro.
Well, again, I'd just like to say thank you to the Penguin for joining. The first time we've casted together, and he's pretty new to CSGO. He's a Hearthstone caster. He's used to a game that's completely boring, random, and has no point, literally.
Okay.
And now he's here in possibly the greatest esport of all time, the most beloved, the coolest esport, the one that wears the best snapbacks, has the best sneakers, and drives the flyest cars.
Hearthstone doesn't have this at all?
No.
You don't watch enough Hearthstone then. But that being said, it's 15-12 here to OnlineKingd0m, as we do see the buy here. Not as much utility as they would have liked in sacrificing the helmets here, but it doesn't really matter too much against the AKs of Goliath Gaming, as we're going to see what seems to be a bit of a faster play. There's a lot of utility coming here onto the A site.
Everybody's throwing nades. Cranky getting really aggressive here. And a very delayed push from Goliath. Well, they're out now, but Order Director making sure we see none of it.
Yeah, definitely so. As we do see Alpha here, he is going to take the fight here with Deviant, but is going to fall down there, unfortunately, as a Cranky does actually find Deviant as well. Goals is going to find
Cranky
as well. Cranky picking up Hackham. Things are looking pretty good here. It's a 2v3, which is still very winnable here for OnlineKingd0m.
Yeah, tough situation. Ooh. It seemed to time out there for a second again. But let's see. Massacre needs the hero player, and he's going to get it on Gully, bringing it into a 2v1, and it's Adara on that glass cannon. This is going to be so difficult.
So difficult going into this, and he's going to be coming through the connector area, and he's going to be playing these close angles with his AWP. He's going to really need to have his reflexes on point here. Oh, the bomb is being planted. Not going to be going for it. He's going to be playing for the retake here with his AWP. Oh! And he does find it.
This is some crazy stuff. He's timing out. Neff was timing out. That's why it looked. I thought he timed out earlier, but I thought it was on my client side. He'd actually timed out. He was just sort of walking there against the corner, and that's so unfortunate. Anticlimactic. We saw that in the first round, and it happens in the last round of the game. That's just terrible for them.
Oh, that is so terrible. Unlucky for Goliath Gaming. Neff and timing out there at the end of the day. And really, really unfortunate. Probably, as you mentioned, most anticlimactic end to a game that was looking really, really close here.
Yeah, really do feel for him, but I think we've definitely got our money's worth considering we didn't pay anything for that. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, really, really exciting. But again, just unfortunate that Nefan dropped there at the end of the game. Possibly could have actually brought it back. I mean, after the after Massacre dropped down, I mean, Nefan possibly could have popped out of the pop dog area and actually picked up. Who was it there at the end? I can't remember.
It was Adara on the glass cannon. In that situation, though, I kind of think Massacre needed to probably play it a little bit more passively rather than being that aggressive. While we're talking about this, let's just bring up the stats for you guys so you get the opportunity to see some of that. And having a look over here, Massacre doing his typically good work for his team, 26 and 19, the top fragger there. Hackham also contributing, both of them over 90 ADR, which is pretty exceptional. You were mentioning Gully. Tell us about him.
Gully with 112 ADR. I mean, finishing this game with 31 kills and 18 just shows how well he was doing. I mean, he won 1v2, which he was looking really, really strong on, and 7 2Ks and 4...
Well, 2 4Ks, yeah.
2 4Ks, which was absolutely incredible as well. Gully just showing how strong he is, and possibly going to be needing to chat to his chiropractor at the end of this.
Absolutely. Definitely want to see more from Orator next time. They could have possibly won even more comfortably had he shown up a little bit, but I guess in this situation they didn't need him. Again, unfortunate for Goliath Gaming. Probably the timeout in the pistol round didn't affect them too much, but the timeout in the last round there, I think that was probably their round to win. So unfortunate for them. But anyway, we do thank you guys for joining us. This has been a really fun cast. Thank you, Penguin. You didn't wreck it. I'll invite you back.
Oh, thank you. I feel quite honored that I'm going to be invited back, considering that I butchered a couple of names. I do apologize for.
Indeed. So thanks, guys, for joining us. We'll be bringing you some ESEA main Europe tomorrow night. A bunch of Kaylee, actually. You know, Cookley, the guy who jumps and headshots people and was banned for hacking in the past. He's back. So we'll be casting some of his games tomorrow, and later in the week, some more South African action. Also, make sure you check out WSG. There should be an article up by now on Game Nation where I do a preview of it, so you can check that out. Really appreciate you being here, and really appreciate you being here, Penguin.
Thank you so much for inviting me. It was really, really fun, and I'm looking forward to some more South African CS in the future, especially with you.
Fantastic, sir. So everybody, have yourself a good evening. Drop a like, subscribe, and send me a fruit basket because I like those. Cheers.
Cheers.
talking to myself, but it's like I was too weak to be someone else. Good thing that I'm a creep when I'm singing all alone, but it's like I couldn't see straight on my own. When I fall, we start again, and when I feel like I'm just dead, and when I call, it comes again, and now I see it's in my head. Yeah, there's something that says